What's going on, guys? Man, I went to the gun show yesterday. About 2, 3 times a year, we have a gun show in town. I live in a pretty small town, and I was looking at some old knives. We got some good knife booths that show up there. A lot of old UMC Remington USA's. Folding knives that one guy has. We got another guy who's all pretty much modern. Then you got mix and match throughout. Uh, but I'm wandering around the gun show and sitting on a table surrounded by some guns are these two Bark Rivers. And at first, the guy's chatting up with some other guy. I mean, one of them old veterans that is going off about every aspect of his career. That dog gonna cut her own foot off. And so I stood there. I was just gonna ask him, what are you looking to get out of these two? Uh, each, I figured, if he priced them right, I'd grab one. And once in a while, I think to myself, maybe the guy doesn't know what he has. Well, he chatted with that guy, and I ended up wandering off because he just kept talking and talking and talking. Well, I come back a little bit later. And the knives are still sitting there, and he's finally freed up where I can talk to him. And I ask him, and he starts rattling off, I asked him, I said, how much are you asking on these two Bark Rivers? And, at first he started off, pretty high. We went back and forth and finally came to a price good enough that I snagged both of them. His eyes lit up. I said, okay, I'll take them both. And what we've got here is an A2 Trakker, Bark River Trakker, in the red linen micarta, red-black linen micarta. It is a beast. Hollow ground for the draw knife section. Convex hatchet end. Appears to not be used. It does have one little stain, I think, from being in the sheath. Right there at the edge that you can almost make out. Otherwise, that's the only mark on the knife. This thing is a tank, too. Holy moly. 5/16, over a 1/4 inch thick, 0.265-ish. I think is what they claim on the blade thickness. Real neat contour to the handles. How comfortable it is, I don't know. And I'm an old booger. I'm set in my ways, and I'll never use this. Never. I bet I don't ever use it. I wouldn't be opposed to, a trade or something if somebody was looking for something like that. But and then picked this up as well. Bark River Bravo 2 in elk with red liners. Beautifully done knife. This one's in CPM 3V with the ramp. Very cool how they do these natural handle materials. This one's got some really deep grooves in the stag. Really cool. One slab is quite a bit thicker on this side, which actually conforms really well to a right hand grip. I'm holding it with my left now, but I'm just kind of chilling in bed being a bum on Sunday morning here. But beautifully done. As with all Bark Rivers, this is a one of a kind. Each one's hand ground. Even if you have the same handle materials, a lot of times you'll have different feels, different slab thicknesses, slightly different contours. One neat thing about these Trakkers that, I've looked at these before, but they come out in real limited runs. I don't even know. They've probably only done 3 or 4 runs of these. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I know they don't like to grind these. They call it the nightmare grind. Hand grinding each one of these Trakkers. Paint in the rear. A lot of people will send them in too and have that fully convexed all the way to the spine of the blade to thin it out. And from what I can tell, they're only the runs they have done of these are 150 pieces at a time. One run Mike Stewart said 120 pieces for that run, all pretty much gone instantly. Not cheap though. I mean, MSRP on the box for this one's over 500. MSRP on the box for that one is 500 for the Bravo 2 in the elk. I've never had an elk handled Bark River. But I just wanted to share those with you guys. Very cool scores. Thought I did pretty well on these. I may actually use that at some point unless somebody offers me something I can't resist. But appreciate you guys watching. I'm just excited about my new purchase. We'll probably talk about these again later at some point.